There were people standing there. Welcome back to Sweet and Sour. Lovely to have your company. If you would like to send this panel or future panels a letter, send it to the address that's appearing on your screen right now, which is sweetandsour@accesstv.wa. It will land here, and for every letter that we discuss, we are going to send you to the movies, courtesy of the very lovely Natalie Cameron and NRC Communications. And the movie we're sending you to this week is called Evening, and it's a wonderful chick flick, and it's strewn with stars. Is that a good expression? Strewn with stars?
Yep.
Oh, the chick flick.
Yep.
Chick flick.
Littered with stars.
Chick flick?
Could be the metrosexual flick.
Have you seen Knocked Up?
No.
That's
gruesome.
Tell us about it. That is a real boys' film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it sounds like it's a girls' film, but it's a real boys' film. You can tell it's written by a boy.
It's funny because my wife's 23 weeks pregnant at the moment, and I've told her about the scene that's in it, where the baby comes out, and she, because she's already at the point where she's thinking, how is that going to come out there? So she's not allowed to go and see the movie.
Please. Oh, no, she'll want to go backwards. Yeah, no. All right, here we go. Dear panel, my cousin is getting married. We're all from Adelaide, have lived here all our lives, and even the groom and his family are from here. So why then are they getting married in Phuket? Good question. The whole family would like to know the answer to that one. Sure, the groom is rich, but not the rest of us. We're all wondering what to do because most of us can't afford to get there. And our poor Gran is extremely upset because she's too sick to travel. Would it be poor form if only a couple of family members went and represented the rest of us? Don't you think the couple are being extremely rude, selfish and completely thoughtless? When did it become so trendy to get married miles away from home? Isn't it the family's day, not just the couples? And it comes to us from Carol of Goodwood, South Australia. Glenn.
I totally agree. In fact, I'd like to take the last point made a little bit further. It's actually not the couple's day at all. And having been married before, I'm still married currently, but I'm not sure for how much longer. But it's definitely not the couple's day at all. It's actually for everybody else. So yes, look, they're in Adelaide, for goodness sake. Aren't there enough churches around the place? I mean, there's got to be more churches in Adelaide.
Yeah, you wouldn't be
poke a
choice.
No, so come on, get married in Adelaide. It's nothing to do with you.
What did you do, Susie?
Well, I came back here, but my fiancé was from Scotland. He'd never been to Australia, but I came back here to get married primarily from my family.
What did he do with his family?
His family was much smaller, and so they flew out.
Oh, nice.
So we had them in the suitcases.
Yeah, no, they flew out. They were happy, but he doesn't have a very large family, whereas my family are very large. And my grandmother was devastated because she was too old to fly. And I agree totally. It's about your family. It is one day. It's like having a baby, and they worry whether it's a cesarean or vaginal delivery. It's not. You're not having a birth.
Hello.
You're actually
our ratings just went up.
You are having a baby. And you know, there's so many amazing things in weddings. I would say though, Carol, just one thing. Maybe they're having it in Phuket because they actually don't want you to come.
Oh.
So maybe that's why. It's actually you, the reason.
Anthony, what's wrong with eloping?
It's all in, well, eloping. My God, you couldn't elope.
Lots of people do
No,
that.
I can't do that. But you know the answer to this...
Don't get good presents when you elope.
No, you don't. No, you
Can't you have a party when you get back?
Mind you, I would like to get married by an Elvis impersonator in Las Vegas. I'd love to do that. I reckon that'd be really cool.
We'll do it again.
I think you're really... But you know what? The answer to this...
We could do it with.
Is really... thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's all in the first line. We're all from Adelaide. Why would you want to get married in Adelaide? Of course you're going to go to Phuket. It's Adelaide.
All right.
As far as
Come on, Jen, give us the rap.
Well, as Susie said, with the presents, you know, you don't get as good at presents. Maybe, like, Carol, you should just all pitch in and buy them a video camera and say, have a good one, send us a video.
Of the honeymoon or the actual...
They might change their mind when they're not going to get any cool presents.
Okay, when you get married, what do you want to do?
Me, I'll do the big traditional, you know, I'll do this family thing.
Why don't you do it in a swimming pool? An Olympic-sized swimming pool. You get
Can we drain it? I don't want to wreck my dress.
Why don't you do it on
don't have to be in a
MySpace?
dress.
Get everyone to be your friends on MySpace, and then they can all just watch your wedding
And
online.
you could sell the video.
Has that happened yet? Have people got married on MySpace yet?
No, maybe.
You heard it here first, anyway.
That's a good idea.
You could get married at the Olympics.
In a pool.
At the opening ceremony, just before they light the torch.
In Beijing.
During the backstroke.
Excellent.
That would be terrific.
So it wouldn't be just one ring, it'd be the 5 elite rings.
Yeah, I could get my friend's finger. I like it.
What about
I like
synchronised-
it.
colours.
Synchronised wedding. Yeah,
synchronised.
we all bob up at the same time. I do. And you go under again. And the priest comes up, will you take? And you go under again. I think that'd be great. I think that'd be
Where's Esther Williams when you need her? When we come back, hypocritical pop stars. Did you go to the Live Aid concert? Not the Live Aid concert. What's it called?
Earth.
Live Earth concert.
No, not I. I watched it on TV.
We watched it. Did you watch it?
No.
No. When we come back, the Live Earth concerts and how hypocritical are the pop stars? When we come back.
Sweet or sour? That's the question. You know what I reckon? Roll it in a bit of batter and deep fry the lot of them and make them savoury from now on. No.
We have to go straight into it. Hi, Mitch. I'm sick to death with these hypocritical pop stars pretending to have a social conscience. The Live Earth concerts were just another vehicle they could hitch their halos to. While they're taking a stand against global warming and protection of the environment, what about our kids? I've seen the song lyrics my 15-year-old downloads from the internet and saved on his flash drive. These songs are full of foul language, are sexually deviant, and don't get me started about the drug references. As a responsible parent, what am I supposed to do? Ban my son from listening to music, vet everything before he listens to it, or should I expect these so-called pop stars with a social conscience to write more appropriate songs? Why do we have to put up with this rubbish that passes for music? What direction is a parent supposed to take in this age of deifying pop demons? It comes to us from Peter of Hawthorne in Victoria. We're going straight to Anthony. Does this bloke have the right twist on this?
Well, you know, there's so much in that letter to answer that, you know, where do we start?
You've got 2 minutes. That's it, mate.
The first thing I have to say is that I don't believe pop stars don't go into these things without a conscience. I think they go in there for the right reasons. Whether they actually achieve what they set out to do, it's the cause, you know, it was AIDS or it was starving children in Africa or what have you. It's all a great thing. But where does the money go from these concerts? You know, where does it, what's it for? I mean...
Well, hopefully it's channeled to the right area.
It goes to promoters and things like that, I think.
Ooh,
but
not
I
all of
would
it.
totally agree with you that just like comedians, language in movies and you know, actors and songs, they don't know how to be funny or they don't know how to sing without putting the F word in or some other thing. Comedians are the same. You know, comedians these days seem to have to use...
Far out, you're right.
Exactly, far out.
Flipping heck.
So I would say to you, I agree with a lot of what you're saying, Peter, and I think you're right. I think some of these guys should get a social conscience with our children rather than so much cooling the earth.
Jen, what is a parent supposed to do?
What is a parent supposed to do? Well, I suppose I'm not much older than your son, 15. I'm just over 20. So
21.
I reckon, Peter, that if you brought your son up well and raised him properly and you've given him good morals and values, then he can listen to whatever he wants. He's still going to know the difference between right and wrong. I listen to all that sort of music. I watch the movies. I'm still, I reckon, a decent person. I don't take drugs. I don't do anything.
I reckon you're a top person, Jen. I'd go above decent.
Thanks.
Others would talk, but we'd agree. Yeah, it's true. It's all about...
if he's got a good relationship with his son, he shouldn't really worry about it.
If you're tooling up your kid proproperly, you're teaching him the right
Tooling
values.
him up.
Yeah.
Tooling him up.
Interesting comment.
That'll be in the papers tomorrow. All right, Glenn.
Oh, look, I think, I'd like to see a song written where every word is a swear word. So then we'll watch it on video here to just be beep, 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 beep.
That's like that techno music when they had the lollipops in and they all dance around with their glow sticks. That's what it sounds like.
Let's just push it to the limit and then, all right, we can deal with it from there.
And then it'll come back from there.
Yeah. Look at the lyrics of Bye Bye Miss American Pie. Drove the Chevy to the levee and the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing This'll Be the Day That I Die. That's not an upbeat song. Is that a euphemism of something?
Sing it like that.
I drove the Chevy to the levee and the levee was
I
dry.
want to break out into karaoke now. Come on, Susie. Sing the last phrase.
Well, look, I have a simple thing. First of all, I don't agree. I think, Peter, you're a bit of a dick. But I would have to say Live Earth global warming swindle. How much carbon did they produce flying the stars to these concerts? How much energy and how much air conditioning did they use to...
Should they have walked?
Well, I mean, quite honestly, this whole thing, we're all, it's